Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jeffrey White. I am an Institute for Common Power Educator Ambassador. I'm also an English and History high school teacher here in Brooklyn, New York, and an adjunct professor of Africana Studies. And on this day, May 22nd, but in 1967, we lost the late, great Langston Hughes, right? The poet, the playwright, the essayist, the most resonant voice, or one of the most resonant voices of the Harlem Renaissance. So his pen gave breath to things of hope and grief and humor and rage of Black America. So through his landmark readings and literature and works like I Too and Let America Be Great America Again, right? All of these things chronicled the complexities of Black identity while insisting that Blackness was inseparable from American stories, right? From American history. So he wrote not just about oppression, he wrote about beauty and resistance and rhythms and everyday people, from jazz to cotton fields, right? His work was, in my opinion, revolutionary because it was honest, right? It dared to imagine freedom not as theory, but as an inheritance, right? At least for Black folk. So the poem I'm going to share today is an original, that I was inspired by his work. So I think the poem that I'm going to share in a few minutes is titled In the Key of Langston. And it is inspired by Hughes's deep belief that Black voices are instruments, sounding of dignity and in truth and power in the face of erasure, right? So as Hughes said, and I'm going to look over to read this, I swear to the Lord, I still can't see why democracy means everybody but me. His words still ask us to reckon with that. So once again, the title of this original poem that I wrote, inspired by the great Langston Hughes, is titled In the Key of Langston. I do not speak in whispers. My voice is a brass-lunged gospel, tambourine of syllables slapping the silence awake. I come from cities carved in asphalt dreams, from porches where grandmothers stitch hope into the hymns of poverty, where jazz kissed the moon goodnight and Black boys learned to two-step around the weight of America's gaze. Let it be known, I carry Harlem in my marrow, Langston in my lexicon, a dialect drenched in dignity no overseer could ever unteach. I was taught that rivers remember us. The Nile, the Congo, the Mississippi all hold our names like psalms beneath their breath. So when I speak, I baptize every sentence in ancestral resilience, right? Even my pauses pray. Don't you see? They told me I was a minor chord, but I bellowed like brass in B flat because I am blues reborn. A syncopated sermon in sneakers, a metaphysical sonnet of survival masquerading as man. Yes, I've known the bite of a bootstrap's lies, the suffocating hymn of hunger, the redlining of my potential, but still I scribe stanzas like protest banners. Defiant and deliberate, because I know a poem can be a picket line if the line breaks right. I don't need permission to exist. I am the uninvited guest who brings truth to your tablecloth conversations. The ink in my pen is the blood they tried to bury in textbooks. So call this poem a trumpet. Call it a reckoning in rhythm. Call it a requiem for everything we were told we couldn't be. And still, in spite of the noise, in spite of the no's, like Hank Langston, I too dream. Dream not deferred, but denoted. Unapologetic and alive. Thank you.